So again, this is still Galatians, and this is chapter 3 and 10, and it says, "For as many as are of the works of the law are under the curse." So if you're trying to do the law, which is like over 600 and like what, 13 something laws, you're under the curse. You're under this curse because you have to do all of it, because it says, "Cursed is everyone that continueth not in all things that are written in the book of the law to do them." So if you don't do all of the law, you're cursed because you're trying to do works of the law, when God is saying, "No man is justified by the law in the sight of God. It is evident, for the just shall live by faith." So if you live by faith, the faith is love your neighbor as yourself. When you do that, you fulfill all of the law. Christ redeemed us from the curse of the law. That's what Christ came to do. He redeemed us from the curse of the law. So he became a curse for us because it's written, "Cursed is everyone that hangeth on a tree." So he wasn't crucified on a cross, which is what the Catholics came up with. He was hung on a tree. And this is why our forefathers and, lineages and people in our past history, they hang us on trees because it's a sign that you're cursed. So yeah, the blessing of Abraham, came on the Gentiles through Jesus Christ because they believed. So they received the promise of the Spirit through faith, just as we did initially, but they received the blessing. This is why they're blessed with material wealth and we are not, because they believed him on sight. And we rejected the laws and ordinances and commandments of God. So now we must come in the same way the Gentiles did, which was through faith in Jesus Christ and receiving the promise of his Spirit through faith. So no, you don't get in just because you're this. This cannot save you. Your skin color cannot save you. Just because you're a Hebrew Israelite, that does not save you. You have to receive the promise of the Holy Spirit through Jesus Christ, which only comes by faith. It doesn't come by trying to do the works of the law. If you're trying to do the works of the law, you're under a curse still. So I'd advise you guys to read Galatians. So the rest of the books that Paul wrote, Galatians, Corinthians, he kept trying to get people to understand that we're not under the law, we're under grace. And don't frustrate the grace. Don't take grace for granted either.